Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations, the first of 2025. And what better to start with than with a 2025 release? And I'm going to be talking to you today about the brand new album from Faith Extractor entitled Loathing and the Noose, out now through Redefining Darkness Records. And if you're not familiar with Faith Extractor, they are a death metal band out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Been around since 2005, featuring Ash Thomas on guitars, bass, drums, and vocals. Of course, he's a part of many bands and projects, including Shed the Skin, Estuary. He was in Machinations of Fate at one point. He's also got a more like punky project called the Vladimirs. And joining him in Faith Extractor is Zdenka Prado on the bass. She is also in Estuary. She's in Surgikill, among many others. Now, this is the band's fifth full-length album. It is 8 tracks and just a little under 37 and a half minutes in length. And honestly, I've been a fan of this band for years now, along with pretty much any project that Ash is a part of, if I'm honest. And only 2 years since their previous album and their debut for Redefining Darkness Records, Contempt for a Failed Dimension, we get a brand new slab of Ohio death metal, and I honestly think that this is some of Ash and Zdenka's best work yet. I mean, from the start, this album just hits you fast and hard, but as it progresses, you'll find moments where they like to slow things down for some heavier, doomy moments to kind of break up that, little bit of monotony, I guess you could say. It's not really monotonous, but, kind of break things up just a little bit. Honestly, I think Ash's drum work on here is just absolutely insane, with lots of fast double bass and blast beats, lots of good patterns, rolls, and fills, and the production on the drums overall is very killer. Equally killer is his and Zdenka's bass playing. And while it's not too high up in the mix or anything, it still can be heard very easily, giving each song a nice heft to them with his nice thick tone. Though the guitars on this album are really the star of the show. They just have that little bit of sizzle and crunch to them. They're not too clean or overly produced. Fast paced for the most part, though they also like to incorporate more mid paced, headbangable grooves, and even some more black metal style riffs and tremolos, such as in the opening track Noose of Being at around 2:34 into that song. You also get lots of solos, and plenty have get lots of solos on here, and many a time they sound like they're just controlled chaos, which I absolutely love. And I love the whammy bar use as well during the solos. Some of the things I picked out while listening to this album, track number 3, Fever Dream Litanies. Now, this song starts off kind of business as usual, fast-paced, in-your-face, hitting you hard, but then right around 1 minute and 26 into the song, you get that first instance of the band kind of slowing things down for the more doomier side of things. The riffs are slow and just crushing. The bass is equally heavily sounding here, and then you got Ash's powerful, kind of dissonant-sounding growls going on, and it really adds to the dark atmosphere of this song. Track number 5, Chaos Moribund. Here we get a little more, I think, thrashier, almost kind of closer to more melodic death metal style vibes with this song. From that really cool melodic riff about 40 seconds into the song to the section right about 3:21 where you really get that serious melodic death metal feel with that chuggy groove, and then the solo right at 3:55. Overall, I think this is simply an absolutely killer death metal album and a hell of a way to start 2025. It's fast, aggressive, with this overall ominous atmosphere to it, especially during the slow and really oppressively heavy doom parts with their crushing feeling, and yet you get some melodic touches to prove that this band is not just all about the sheer beatdown of their music. Just top-notch musicianship all around on this album, and Ash's powerful and intelligible growls and just absolutely nasty sounding screams are as good as ever on this release, and it's just an album that you really want to come back to more and more. I know I've listened to this quite a bit. I would give this album a solid 9 out of 10. Go check out the brand new Faith Extractor. I will be leaving a link down below so you can go check that out and pick up a copy for yourself. And I actually went to the listening party to this on Bandcamp. So I got to listen to this like the day before it was released, which is really cool. And I actually did have a promo for it, but I hadn't gotten around to listening to it. It's been a heck of a time. I'm just glad to kind of finally be back into doing reviews and everything. So I hadn't even had a chance to even listen to my promo yet, but I got to listen to it at the party, and I was absolutely blown away. And like I said, since I've gotten this, I have just listened to it more and more. But during the listening party, Ash actually said a follow-up is already written, and I believe he said he's already gotten it demoed. He's got the artwork and the title and everything ready to go. So, you know, this man is just like on the ball with all of his bands and projects. So we should be getting hopefully some new Faith Extractor probably in the not too distant future. But for now, go ahead and check out this brand new album. Absolutely badass. 9 out of 10 for me. That is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.